Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in my Iowa because y'all been yelling at me in the chat. We're running William Sims with Paolo DeRevel and Andrew Cunningham. All three are standard base game commanders. And just as a little bit of extra, in case you guys don't think I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the Iowa is still my most played ship. And I think I have okay stats in it. Not that it really matters. But at least kind of gives a little bit of credit to the way I play the Iowa and the way that I do things. Alright? But I digress. Y'all been yelling at me in the chat. You guys be down there in the comments, typing your comments, be like, Spartan, why are you always only playing premium ships with premium commanders? Spartan, why you do this? Well, first of all, I get yelled at for playing nothing but Iowas and stuff like that. Then I get yelled at for playing other ships that are getting like put out there, like brand new ships or ships that are in particular events that I'm trying to showcase for you guys, the new commanders and so on and so forth. There's only so many days in the week and I do upload every single day, guys. I'm trying. Also, thank you guys. We just hit another milestone on the channel, believe it or not. 54,000 subscribers. Y'all are crazy. I don't know why you guys put up with me, but I do appreciate every last one of y'all. Despite me kind of poking at you guys, because you guys be poking at me in the chat. But it's fine. It's fine. Now, right off the bat, you're going to see I'm going to make a right-hand turn, because in my head, I'm anticipating this Bismarck going left. Right? Like, that was what I thought he would do. So I'm like, okay, I'll go where he's not going to go, which is to the right. There are also only 2 destroyers over there. I need to try to, oh my god. Hello, Amagi. Hold these for me. Not the best, but it's mostly horizontal. Okay, it's not looking too bad. Wait for it. Bonk. Just 20,000 damage from Iowa in the opening salvo. But Spartan, you can't play anything but premium commanders in this meta. Bullshit. Get good. That's all I'm going to say. You can play any commanders. You can play whatever you've got. Alright, you don't have to spend a dime on this game. You can still upgrade your commanders over time. Alright, there's nothing wrong with it. Just because you get certain skills and stuff, don't feel pressured into going and upgrading. Alright, you don't have to go out and buy stupid fancy anime commanders with their busted skills in order to do well in this game. Alright, it just comes with time. Learn your ships, learn what you're best at, and just make the most out of everything, man. I'm so sick of everybody thinking they have to play a specific way. I am the most aggressive battleship captain player in the game. I'm pretty committed to that role. Like, I've done a pretty good job of showcasing, you know, that you can be aggressive in battleships. Now, some people wonder why I'm so aggressive. One, I've said it many a times, is it's entertaining. Alright, it makes for fun videos, right? When I'm up in there battling it out and I'm getting my butt kicked, but I'm kicking butt. Like, it's so much fun to watch, right? But the other side of it is simple. I have long had a reputation of being the reason that every battleship captain in the game decides to reverse at the beginning of the match. It's always my fault, right? Anytime there's anything bad in the game or with the player base, it gets back to me and everybody be like, it's Spartan's fault. You don't believe me? Just go look and do like a YouTube or do a search in the Discord for World of Warships Legends, or do a search on one of the Facebook pages. You'll see everything that I'm personally responsible for when it comes to just bad play in the player base. It's always my fault. I can't aim. I don't know how to angle. I'm always sailing broadside, and yet you guys have thousands of videos of me just absolutely raffle stomping enemies and having great games. But what do I know? But I'm having a little bit of fun if you guys can't tell. But anytime y'all are going to ask me to play an Iowa, like really? Really? Like you don't have enough evidence out there of what the Iowa can do? Well, don't mind me. I just get out here and show you again that this is fully capable of just going toe-to-toe with everything in the game, no matter what. It is an Iowa, folks. One of the greatest battleship designs of all time. Now, maybe it doesn't have the combat history to show that, you know, maybe the Iowas didn't get into one-on-one battleship engagements or anything like that because they were too expensive and the U.S. government wanted to keep them away from the front and and escorting carriers or whatever so that they put their AA to use. But the other side of it is pretty straightforward and simple. Whether you like it or not, The Iowa-class battleships, all 4 of them, are still around. All 4 of them were in combat. And all 4 of them took almost no casualties. Just saying. Whether you like it or not, they did their job. Right? They did everything they were asked to do for 40+ years. Which is insane.
Our team has taken the lead.
But with all of that being said, I think it's pretty safe to say that the Iowas are one of the greatest battleship designs of all time. Even if they weren't utilized to the fullest of their potential, it was just that they came out later than battleships were effective in their primary roles, right? Like, when battleships are initially brought in, they were brought in for one reason. They're heavy, they are gigantic, they carry gigantic guns, they can take a beating, they are very redundant with lots of secondary things built in and tertiary things built in to make sure that no matter how much damage they receive, they can continue to dish it out back until that ship is no longer floating. Look at some of the greatest battleships of all time, and I'm gonna have to say it, as much as I hate it. If you look at things like the Bismarck, if you look at things like the Warspite, you know, all these other things. I leave the Vanguard out of it because Vanguard never did anything. Let's be real. It was a glorified yacht. But we'll leave that one out because we don't know how effective it would have been in any sort of combat. But everyone else that you see these giant battleships going into battle and just dealing with the sheer volume of, oh my god, wait for it. Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I had that man dead to rights. He is lucky as okay? Can we just talk about this? How lucky that man is to just sit there and take that and not take a single Citadel. 8 16-inch super heavy armor-piercing rounds going straight through the cheek. At first, I thought maybe I aimed too far forward, but watching that back, that was right into the cheek, just below the front turret, begging for a Citadel, and didn't get it. But we end up taking out the destroyer because obviously he's got torpedoes, so he's the bigger threat here. Massachusetts bow tanking me isn't a threat to me, especially when I got 2 destroyers about to just yeet him into oblivion at any moment. But anyway, I digress. You look at all these battleships throughout history and the amount of punishment they were able to deal and take in a specific amount of time. Then you look at things like the Iowa class and what they were capable of. They were the culmination of all of the years and years, the decades of battleship knowledge.
Nice work.
The culmination of all of that knowledge, all of the history of battleships brought into one gorgeous package, right? And yeah, I might be a little bit biased towards the Iowa class, but you can't deny that they are a gorgeous ship. All right, they are fantastically beautiful when it comes to battleships. All right, they got the curves in the right places. They are long. They are just. It's a good looking ship, man. I don't care what anybody says. But we get this Palmer, and this is just us paying attention to the map. Like, this guy thought he was being sneaky. He has torpedoes. We know he has torpedoes, so we're trying to bait in his torps early and then turn. And of course, he's shooting HE as most geniuses do in their battleships that sail broadside. You gotta love it. Now, there you can see his torpedo tubes get knocked out, and I haven't seen any torps yet. So I'm assuming that we caught him before he got his torps back. But we end up getting our entire salvo away there, hitting him with 8 out of 9 shells, and we've done our job. I mean, we took almost no damage, really. Like, meaningful damage during this match, and we put up 160,000 damage, completely dominating everything in this lobby, showcasing the long range, the mid range, and the short range of an Iowa class battleship. All you have to do is have a little bit of awareness, folks. Pay attention to what's around you, know where you're going to be, know what the tendencies of everybody in the game is, so that you can preemptively aim your shots so that when they open up, you're ready for them, right? 164,000 damage, Confederate high caliber, should have been top of the leaderboard, but destroyers get to capture bases easier, so they get the nod there, but we did everything we needed to do. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have a specific ship. We're caught up on the craziness, so nobody has currently been typing every single day for the last 3 months that they want to see a specific ship, so We're caught up on that, and now I'm just getting up to the new stuff where everybody's like, Spartan, you always do this or you always do that. Why don't you show one of these? Here you go. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this. Do you guys agree that you don't have to spend a dime on this game and you can still go out there, have a good time, and put up good numbers? It all comes down to experience, folks. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Put yourself in good positions and good things will happen. Sometimes. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.